Hi, today is Friday, January the 28th, and this is a short SPX Outlook belated recording. I may actually record an updated one on Monday, but I thought since we had FOMC and quite a number of important earnings, I wanted to touch base here and look at the 4-hour chart first. This 4-hour chart is showing definitely that we are in a bear trend. This is a downward 1-hour channel here shown on the 4-hour chart. I won't even bother going into the daily chart. This channel is definitely the prevalent one at the moment. So what we are seeing is that the market could, since we've had pretty good earnings from Microsoft and Apple, market could find some equilibrium above 4,300, but we had on Monday a drop to 42.25 or so. And even though this support level has held so far, which means that an upside breakout is still possible technically. And if I go to a faster response here, what do we see? Well, we see that it's still holding. So we have to take into account that even if we look at a short-term data history, the 43.75 is still a strong level. So this level is penetrated and yet not broken. We have to be careful. 4200 is major level for another leg, sell-off leg that could be going down to 4150 or even lower. So the market is at the moment is digesting FOMC and pretty good earnings so far. Next week we'll have Google and Amazon, and then the large techs will be dealt with. So at the moment the market is, I would say, a tug of war between bears and bulls. Bears have a slight upper hand for now, and if the market breaks 4,300, it could go to 4220, 4200. So we could be in a difficult spot next week. I would assume the market will try and hold this level. 4,300 is the first test level, 42.25 is the second one. If it goes below 42.25, then we are definitely in bear mode. The channel is picking up momentum, and then we know that we have to hedge accordingly. If the market breaks 43.75, we've seen false breakouts up to 4,400 or more. So at this time, we would have to look at Nasdaq, and hasn't really successfully passed the 14,400 or 14,380. So we're still in the trading range here with a little bit of bearish momentum. As you can see, the support resistance levels have shifted down. So there's definitely some bearish pressure here. If we look at the other very important highly correlated index, Dow Jones is hovering around 34,400, and it would need to really edge higher and even break almost like 35,000 to go back into bullish mode. So this one is hesitant. The Nasdaq is definitely looking in the same type of pattern, downward channel, and we have to support this shift possibly to from growth to blue chips or growth to value with this one, and this indicator VUG over VTV is looking bearish. Another important bearish possible note is the treasuries. Treasuries are now aiming towards 0.58, so the market is going defensive in fear of a recession. This is also a downward channel which has been maybe a little bit oversold. It is definitely going downward. The main drivers, the main market drivers are still FANG, and FANG has been hovering above 46.90, 46.80. So if the market bounces from here following good earnings, we may have a little bit of a respite here. Otherwise the market will hover directionless on the bearish side on tech stocks. And if I look at Tesla reported good earnings, but still not good enough. So if I add Tesla to the mix, we see that the market is definitely, I would say, the techs are not really the flavor of the moment. We may look at the Russell, we may look at VTV for value, but it looks like it's quite bearish overall. So I would look at Nasdaq being bearish, and I would look at SPX being also fairly bearish going forward. So for today, downward channel is still very much valid, and again we will be looking at 4,300, maybe down to 42.75 for clues, but this is a bearish channel. All we can hope for is that volatility behaves And now if we look at VIX, VIX is hovering also below 32.33. We have a slight backwardation at the moment, but I would say volatility may pick up in a upward channel. So no big crisis, no big vol spike, but the market must just carry on this bearish note. So let's go back to SP 500 on a 1 hour chart. I would believe the market will, it may actually reject 43.75 again and go lower. So 43.75 down to 4300, maybe a little lower, will be the trading range for today. Market may be just waiting for Google and Amazon next week to look for a clearer direction. Otherwise, the market will just drift down and eventually break this first channel to go to the low one, as we've seen on the 24th. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Next video will be on the current position. As always, there are more precise updates on Slack, so if you're not there already, please join the bwbflies.slack.com. Just drop a message below if you need an invite. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.